Oh, okay, that looks like an Moser Streamliner. So now we are talking. So this watch obviously is different from top to bottom, whatever you look at. And this one is really nice. If I had to choose this one or the Cartier Tank, which I also love, then I would pick this GLC every time. Hello everyone, my name is Onur Karaman and today I am going to rate and review a watch collection. This collection has a total worth of roughly 250,000 US dollars. It's a one watch per brand setup and it has some heavy hitters like Moser, GLC and of course Patek Philippe. The owner originally posted this picture on Reddit and instead of adding a comment to the thread I decided to respond in this video. So it's 10 watches and 10 brands. Let's see if this collection is really worth all the hype it's getting. So let's start with the top row. We have, as I can see, the Grand Seiko Snowflake. So, okay, I usually like Grand Seiko watches, but this is probably the last Grand Seiko I would pick. If it were up to me, I would pick the Grand Seiko Night Birch instead. But to be fair, this Grand Seiko has the awesome spring drive technology, which is causing this smooth kind of swipe of the seconds hand. But the overall design of this Grand Seiko feels a little dated, and in my opinion, it's too, let's say, shallow or general for this collection. So let's look at the next watch. Okay, so it's the Cartier Santos. I've always been a tank guy when it comes to Cartier watches. So if I would have to trade something from this collection already, then it would be probably this Santos. Don't get me wrong, the Santos is obviously iconic, but in my opinion, it's more about fashion than it is about fine horology, if you ask me. Next we have the Omega Speedmaster, the Silver Snoopy edition. Listen, I love Omega, but this one is not for me. I don't have a problem with cartoon collaborations either, but Snoopy is a cartoon from the 1950s. I am 37 years old and I have no idea what Snoopy is about and why that even makes sense. So the Snoopy thing and the blue colored bezel are not really my cup of tea, I'm sorry. So what do we have next? Okay, it's a Rolex GMT-Master, the Root Beer edition. Let's start with the positives. I like the color scheme of this watch. But personally, I have never been into GMT watches. And by the way, if I had to pick just one Rolex model of all the Rolex watches, then this wouldn't be it. I would rather go with the Rolex Submariner or a Day-Date. Alright, so what's next? Oh, okay. That looks like an Moser Streamliner in the Matrix Green edition. This watch, by the way, has one of the best green dials in the whole market. So now we are talking. So this watch obviously is different from top to bottom, whatever you look at. The bracelet, the case, the dial, the hands, and of course the movement. So it's an awesome pick, very good choice. So until now, this watch actually saves the whole collection. And by the way, if you consider yourself a serious collector, then you should know about Ventrace. Ventrace gives your watch a golden certificate which tracks authenticity, service history and market growth all in one place. You can register any watch you have and Ventrace will handle the legacy and all the service, while you can concentrate on the things you love. Go to ventrace.com now and register your watch. Trust me, you will love it. Alright, so let's continue with the second row in this collection. And as far as I can see, it's a GLC Reverso Skeleton Edition and this one is really nice. If I had to choose this one or the Cartier Tank, which I also love, then I would pick this GLC every time. You know, when you look at it, you can just see that it's elegant, mechanically impressive, and it just looks awesome. I like this watch and I think it elevates the whole collection. Okay, so what's next? Okay, it's a Vacheron Constantin Overseas. It's one of my favorite watches. First of all, the dial has just the perfect tone of blue. It's not too flashy and not too flat. It just looks nice and deep. So to the owner of this collection, good choice. Next, we have a Royal Oak, but it looks like it's the small 37 edition, 37 millimeters that is. And what can I say? The Royal Oak is obviously a legendary watch, but of all the Royal Oaks you can pick, I wouldn't pick this one. So this watch is obviously a legend. Every serious collector knows the Royal Oak story. But this is the version with the gray dial, which in my opinion looks a bit muted. So when you look at it, it is still generally a fantastic watch, but I don't know, maybe this is even the most underwhelming variation of this model. Next, finally a Patek, and still I am not in love with it. It's obviously beautifully made because it's from Patek, but this Salmon dial is just not my thing. So how can I put it? It's technically a masterpiece, but again, not my cup of tea. I'm really sorry. So last but not least, you just need one look to know which watch it is. It's obviously a Lange and Söhne. So including such a watch in your collection is always a very good choice, because this watch alone brings some serious heritage and craftsmanship into your collection. But again, what's up with the dial? I'm not hating on the watch,